Many of us have topics that we are passionate about. We love to share these things, we love to talk about them, and when we find a community of other people who think and are passionate about the same things that we are, it's awesome. However, if passion is not tempered with a mindset of seeking to understand others and being able to respectfully disagree when someone doesn't see it your way, it can turn ugly really fast. This is when someone believes something so fervently that they start to act inappropriately. An example would be when two homesteaders, or anybody really, disagree on a topic and one starts personally insulting the other. The aggressor has now overstepped a mutual respect boundary and has crossed over into verbal abuse. Now, there are two definitions of verbal abuse. The noun definition is language that condemns or vilifies, usually unjustly, intemperately, and angrily. The verb definition is to attack in words or to revile. Now, when somebody is legitimately a horrible person, calling them out on that behavior is not verbal abuse. You're calling it out for what it is. But this is where the gaslights burn bright. Because I have noticed a trend of people, but specifically we're talking about homesteaders and preppers across all platforms who revile one another and attack one another on a personal level simply because they disagree, and they claim that it's for a just cause. And this is where I suggest you look out. Whether it is online or in person, we have all met that person who always seems to have a fight to fight. And don't misunderstand, I believe that there are times when there are fights to fight. For example, when you need to go down to your local city hall and to let your voice be heard or to come up against bad policy. Or in your religious community, if you need to call out somebody's bad behavior, absolutely, you are not verbally abusing anybody, you are not attacking anybody, you are calling it out for what it is. Like I said, there are times when you do need to actually fight a fight. But if you noticed a trend of somebody who always seems to be engaging in some kind of a disagreement, or always claims to have somebody that is attacking them or coming against them, I would just recommend that you watch out. Because somebody who has a problem with someone all the time will eventually have a problem with you. And these people are so used to constant strife that it really becomes mental and emotional instability. If you know somebody who is in constant battles, always has a bone to pick with somebody, always is unteachable, somebody who just can't let their cup be filled, maybe somebody who can't let a differing opinion go, that person, I just would say to be careful about letting them into your personal circle. Now, those people, they can be feisty, they could be fun, they could be entertaining to be around, but I would just recommend that you remain cautious. Ultimately, you have to observe the pattern of behavior of the whole person. Be suspicious of people who constantly paint themselves as a martyr or somebody who other people just can't seem to get along with. Do you know the whole story? Do you know what they're claiming the other person's side is? Should you engage in a fight that's really not your own if this person is trying to draw you in? I really like the proverb that says, like a man who grabs a dog by the ears is he who meddles in strife that is not his own. So is this person trying to suck you in to see their side or to paint themselves as the victim? I know that if I were in a hit the fan situation, I would want people around me who were slow to speak and quick to listen. I want to be around rational people who know when to say something and when to just sit back and observe. People who we could all disagree on varying beliefs, but we ultimately all have the same value, that we are homesteading, we have our own food that we want to provide for ourselves, that we're all in this together, that there are no egos. People who have the foundation of being able to let disagreements go. Somebody who can be a warrior, but knows when it's not necessary. Circling back to my first point, I want somebody who is passionate, but who tempers that passion with the ability to reason and a willingness to learn. Because you can't fill a cup that is already full. And you know what? That starts with me being that person. And for you, it starts with you being that person. We all have to make sure that we are the person who can react with emotional maturity and intelligence when somebody comes and reviles us. Be the person that you want to be around. Watch out for the other people, and it may turn out all right.